Weekly update for Friday, June 21st. And we're going to cut right to the artwork that we're going to have up for auction for the next week. And let's take a look at that right now. Ooh, Ditko. And right away I thought of my Heritage Auctions catalog from February of this year, where they had several pages from Steve Ditko's Doctor Strange original artwork from Strange Tales number 117, the third appearance of Doctor Strange, and some of the special effects. I thought, I want to do that. So it's like, okay, well, let's take this panel and let's do our own version of it. And that was when I came up with this idea, with Cerebus going, Cerebus's ectoplasmic self taking a powder. Astonishing. Particularly since Cerebus didn't know he had an ectoplasmic self. So there you go. There's Cerebus upside down with his ectoplasmic self taking a powder. And it's like, no, we're supposed to be doing Spider-Vark here. Let's save the Doctor Strange for another time. But it was a lot of fun putting together, so that's part of the package this week, is my cheesy knockoff of the Steve Ditko page, and I'll even throw in the photocopy from the Heritage Auctions catalog. So yeah, Spider-Vark, Spider-Vark, Spider-Vark. So getting back to that, this was the first Spider-Vark face that I did. And this was June 4th on a page with, as you can see, a bunch of empty word balloons. But it does say right here, first amicable Spider-Vark face. And that's on a sheet of tracing paper and inked. So that's part of the package this time. The screamy E on this page is from much later in the Spider-Vark number 1 creative process, but it was on the same sheet of tracing paper with my first attempt at Spider-Vark Baby. And if that looks a little bit familiar, first Spider Baby Vark, the origin of Spider-Vark, I shamelessly ripped it off of Steve Bissett's logo for Spider Baby graphics, and that actually becomes part of the joke in the storyline. But there you go. There was my first Spider Baby Vark, the origin of Spider-Vark, which is on page 6 of Spider-Vark number 1, Amicable Spider-Vark number 1. And also included in this package, the title, the hand-lettered title for the origin of Spider-Vark, Never Shtup in a Spider. Words to live by. And my first attempt at drawing Spider Baby Vark, and that set off quite a sequence of events. You also get this Spider Baby with lots of little hearts word balloon with the Joe Kubert font. So there you go. That was the first Spider Baby Vark, and tune in next week to find out what that led to. Okay, that's going to do it for the weekly update this week. This is about, I think, as affordable a package as we can come up with. You're your first tracing of Spider Baby Vark, an E panel, and what was the other one? Oh, the first amicable Spider Vark face ever, and the cheesy Steve Ditko, Dave Sim ripping off Steve Ditko from Strange Tales number 117. Cerebus' ectoplasmic self taking a powder. Astonishing. So there you go. Let's fill up the comments section with bids on this one and find out who the new owner is. Okay, I hope we'll see a bunch of you back here next week for the next art auction. Late breaking development. Postcard from Hell number 2 has gone out, and good news for everybody. You get a misprinted mistake card that says Postcard from Hell number 1, even though it's Postcard from Hell number 2. And you also get a Postcard from Hell number 2 as depicted here. And one of the more popular items, certainly a lot more popular than I thought it was going to be, was the, what did we call it? The Pre-Beat to Hell postcard. Turned out to be a popular item, and as promised, Rolly put on one of my winter boots, and we've had a lot of rain here in Kitchener at the Off-White House over the last couple of months, as anybody in Southern Ontario knows. So there was no shortage of mud, as promised, being tracked on the Beat to Hell postcard from Hell. So let's see, this one's for Eric B. Have to go in a little tighter on that one. And this is what it looks like on the obverse side. When we say Beat to Hell, we're not just kidding. And who else got one? Samuel F. got one. Samuel F. asked for particular grim attention to be paid to his card, and Rolly definitely came through on that. You can see this is one of your actual see-through Beat to Hell cards. Damon Toll. I actually spelled his name right this time. And he got one of those. Gary Boyarsky. And I wrote on each one to Gary Boyarsky, a glutton for punishment, Achtung. Eddie Kana got one. And let's see, who else? And Larry Wooten got one. So hang on. Next week, I actually spit on each one of them before we put it back in its plastic sleeve to keep it in its perfect off-White House mud condition. So we'll see you all, I hope, next week for the further trashing of the Beat to Hell cards.